Logan, what kind of emotions are you feeling right now?
Yeah, I mean, it sucks. You work so hard for games like that, right? November football, you bring in a top 10 team. It's tough and it hurts, man. But all you can do is respond and get back on the horse.
How confident do you feel after that Gronowski touchdown? You thought you guys might have it?
Yeah, I thought we had it in the bag. But it's football. They're a really good offense, really good team, and they put together a good drive there at the end of the game. And there's things we could have done better throughout the whole game. And it wasn't just that one drive. That's the reason why we lost. It's not. There are many other things we could have done better to win that football game. But credit to them, they're a really good football team.
How did this team find a way to respond? I mean, you were down 9-0, I think, there in the first quarter or second quarter. So what did you guys do to really rally in this game and come back and get a chance to win?
Yeah, I feel like we're at our best when adversity strikes. You really got to band together, and I think that's exactly what this team does. I don't think I've ever been on a team that's been so together as this team, and I feel confident every time we step out on the field. We got a chance to win against really good teams, and we've shown that this year, honestly. And it's tough being able to finish those games against really good teams, but I think we've shown that we can play with anybody in the country. When we're doing our stuff, it just comes down to the finer details and finishing games. But I mean, I love this team with all my heart, man. It's been so fun to play with these guys. And just we got 3 more games in the regular season, so see what we can do there.
Even though it didn't end up being a winning drive, just tell me about that 93-yard drive that you came down and just this offense, putting the drive together that put you guys in a position to win.
We talk about being the reason, and we had a bunch of guys making plays that drive. You had DJ, you had Reese, you had Mark, a whole bunch of dudes just making plays out there and stepping up in big moments when we needed the most on that long drive. And you live for moments like that, and that was a great drive by everybody, just playing Iowa football and offensively just doing things together. That just shows the things we can do when we're on our stuff against a really good team, right? So yeah, that just gives us confidence moving forward that we really can move the ball whenever we want offensively, and that's a good sign.
What was Mark's message going into that drive? Did he say anything in the huddle?
Yeah, just his thing was attack, and I thought that's exactly what we did. Things weren't always going to be perfect. We got put in some tough situations. They got us a few times, but how you respond is the biggest thing. And just staying on the attack was his message to all of us. And I thought we did that the entire game. Things were ugly, just stay on the attack. Things are going to break, figuring them out. And I thought we had a bunch of dudes just making plays, going out there playing hard and playing for each other, which is just the biggest thing.
What did Coach tell you guys after the game?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you lose a game like that, it sucks. That's a really good football team, and you can't make it any better. It's going to suck today. It's going to suck tomorrow. But when we come back to work on Monday, how you respond is the biggest thing, and that's kind of his message and what we're going to take moving forward.
The last couple of drives, you had to convert a couple of tough fourth downs in order to maintain and keep it going. And talk about the grit and determination that
Yeah, I thought that drive we were playing together. I mean, that Iowa football, everybody going out there making plays, from DJ to Mark to Reese, everybody just going out there making plays and having fun doing it. And that's just, it was a lot of fun on that drive, honestly, just looking at everybody going out there and having fun, smiles on their faces in the huddle. And that's what it's about, right? We get to play a kid's game, and for those guys to go out there and make big plays and big moments, that's special for sure.
How tough is it, though? The 3 losses have come in like the last seconds of the ball game. It's got to rip at you a little bit.
Yeah, there's things we could have done throughout the whole game that could have flipped the outcome offensively. We could have done some things better. It's not all just on that one drive, that last drive, right? We could have done things better throughout the whole entire game, and I think that's just it. Like the finer details, doing the little things, holding on to the ball, like all this little stuff, it affects the whole entire game. And if we were better at the little things, we could have been successful.
In the last 2 losses that you guys have had, y'all have responded really well. Why can't it be the same this time around after this 3rd one?
The people we have on this team. You look around and you see just how hungry everybody is and how bad they want to be successful. And I just think we've done a great job of bringing in good guys. We're never going to bring in these super touted 5-star talent, right? That's not who we are. We just bring in guys who want to play football and want to play with, together. And I think that's exactly what we're going to do, despite what happens. And I think when adversity strikes, because we're so together, that's why we can respond so well.